Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully you can't hear the fan in the background because right now it's really hot and I have to be isolated because I don't want nobody to hear me. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm like yelling, but that's another part of the story. Now, the reason you clicked on this video is because, of course, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. Yes, I used to be like that actually. Believe it or not, I used to be fat. There's no other word to say. I used to be really heavy. I used to be an obese, overweight kid. Nowadays, people glorify that for some reason. Back then, they didn't really glorify it, you know. But honestly, here's the main reason why intermittent fasting really saved my neck, aka my life in parentheses, of course. It really did something to me, and it opened my eyes actually to put the food aside and actually control the portion I was eating of food. Now, a lot of you might be doing some kind of diet. If this is entitled for you, you might be doing either a keto, a low carb, or whatever. Or you might not even know it, but you're doing one of those diets even though you don't know what they are. And that's most people. Most people, believe it or not, it's called intuitive eating. Intuitive eating. That's what it's called. Intuitive eating is guessing how many calories or pretty much just eat whatever you want. But until you get full, that's a sign where you stop eating. That's what it really comes down to. If you feel full, stop eating. And yes, some people might say that intuitive eating is you eat whatever you think it's healthy. But most people don't do that. Trust me, I've done it. I'm doing it right now. I've been doing it for a couple of months now. I've been just trying to prioritize protein, but I don't track it. I don't weigh it. I don't count the calories. I just eat because I want to eat and I want to get big for the gym. Not for losing weight. I have my goals. I have another type of goals. But this is the goal that actually saved my neck and helped me lose around 150 pounds plus. Now, I don't remember what type of weight I started. The heaviest I've been, it's probably around 320 pounds. That's the biggest I was. Back then, when I was a teen, around 16, 17, that was my peak right there. 320. And I kid you not, if I didn't change my habits and I didn't change my mindset, I would probably be around 400 and something plus pounds, or even 500 by now, if I didn't switch my diet. Now, why the intermittent fasting helped me? One, I realized that I was eating too much or I was eating too little. Two, it helped me kind of track what I was eating and putting it on the right time to eat. And the third time is that I had a big window of fasting that I actually trained my body to not think about food or not think about what I was going to eat later. Because right now, that's what I'm trying to get back into. I'm trying to get back into this kind of habit again. The intermittent fasting habit, half and half. Right now, I'm doing a diet. I'm on 3,000 calories. Minimal cardio. I'm doing like 3 to 5 times a week some cardio, 30 minutes. Starting easy on not the elliptical, the cardio machine. The treadmill. On the incline, right? Little by little, because I don't want to force my body to get used to that rhythm. And then once I go down, down the line of how many weeks I've been dieting, I don't want to start running in order for it to burn more calories. So that's why I'm doing it slowly. I know, the more cardio you do, the better you get. But my body is different, and I know my body. I don't want to get down to from 3,000 to 2,000 calories. I don't want to do that. Because if not, most of my days are probably going to be filled with cardio and not doing what I want to do, So that's why I'm starting little by little. Now, one thing that I do preach is that you start little by little, start tracking your calories, and lose the weight as slow as possible. As slow. Yes, a lot of effort and slow. Because nowadays, what people want is to lose weight right now, this instant. They want to look like B Shred. Or they want to look like Michael Hearn, big muscles. If you're a guy, if you're a woman, you want to look like those bikini competitors, right? Trust me, those bikini competitors, they don't eat like men do. Some do, don't get me wrong, but the majority don't eat a lot of calories. They're probably on like 1,000 calorie diet. I've even myself done the 1,000 calorie diet, and I'm not a woman. I'm a guy. I carry more mass in my frame, so you can imagine how skinny fat I got, and minimal muscle. Mistakes that happen. You learn from them. That's why I'm telling you guys not to lose weight really fast, because in my experience, I've lost around 30 pounds. No, 33 pounds actually, to be exact. And I remember that because I was so excited to lose the weight. I thought it was easy peasy, piece of cake. I thought it was the easiest thing in the world. Back then, I thought, why does no one actually lose weight? Good thinking, Andy. But you lost the weight hella fast. You lost 30 pounds in less than 3 months. To be exact, 2 months and a half. And a lot of people lose 30 pounds in probably a span of a year, if they do it right. Now, some people that are really, really fat, the people that can't move off the fucking bed, they might lose weight fast, even 100 pounds plus a year. And then, it starts stopping, right? Little by little, starts stopping the weight loss because you hit a plateau. You can't lose weight forever. It's impossible to lose weight forever. You will lose pound per week if you're lucky. Once you get my stage. At my stage right now, I'm around 185. No, I'm around 190 to 200 pounds. I'm 5'9", and I'm Mexican. So, not the greatest genetics, but I gotta work with what I got, right? Right now, my goal is to go to 175, trying to see how I look, try to see how I feel mainly, because if you don't feel good, then you're not going to perform good. That's one thing I've learned. I did, around 2 years ago, I did the famous 1,500 calorie diet, That's what I did for myself. Back then, I wasn't lifting weights. I was just doing, I was pretty naive back then. I was just doing crunches. I was doing ab workouts. I even took B-Shred's tips, his advice for abs. I even bought like a kettlebell, those big bells, those round bells. I did some workouts, here and there, the swings, some biceps, but it didn't really work out because one, I didn't have the mindset. I just wanted to lose weight because I wanted to be a model. Back then, that was my goal. Pretty much be anorexic and not take care of my body. I might have looked good from the outside, but I know from the inside, it was the worst. It was the worst feeling you could ever get. Trust me. I've been there. And I've done it. And so right now, I'm the living proof that you can change your life slowly, the better. Now, where am I going to this with intermittent fasting? What I did was, when I was actually on that 1,500 calorie diet, I was doing that. I was doing intermittent fasting. If I recall, I used to eat around 8 to 12, and my last meal was probably around 6 or 7. And then from there, I had like a 12 hour window that I didn't eat. And back then, I was pretty much abusing melatonin because I couldn't sleep. It got to that one point that I was pretty lean. I was 150 pounds, no muscle. I did have some loose skin, but that could have been, a couple more pounds, maybe 10 more pounds. So I was around 140 and 150 pounds. No muscle, no nothing. I was actually, yes, I was one of those. I was actually abusing cardio. I was walking every day for like 3 hours. It was insane. It was insanity. I was doing the thing over and over and over again. I became mentally ill. It sounds, I know, it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. And you're probably passing that as well. If you're on a low calorie diet, you're abusing caffeine, you're abusing cardio, you're not lifting weights, you could be lifting weights. That's even worse because you're not gonna grow. Muscle's not gonna grow unless you're on a surplus, a little bit, or maintenance. More protein, right? More protein, more protein. What I did was, for around 4 to 5 months, I want to say, I did the famous 1500 calorie diet. I wasn't even eating protein. That's how stupid I was. No protein. I was just eating to make up those 1500 calories a day. I didn't have no knowledge about bodybuilding. I didn't have no knowledge around gym, nutrition, diets, the keto diet, none of that. Now, you can see right here, I have a little bicep, right? Dude, back then, I didn't even know how I held my muscle mass. Because I'm going to put a picture right here, around somewhere in here. I'm going to put a picture of how I actually started. That was around like 2 weeks, or a week or 2 weeks when I started actually hitting the gym, every day, every day, every day. I didn't record myself back then, but I was just doing bullshit, bro. I was just doing this. I was just, doing the newbie shit, pretty much. And I'm still a newbie, I'm still learning. I barely have 2 years, but, I educate myself every day. I try to learn something new about the gym, Either good form, either your nutrition, either what exercise is the best. I'm doing my work. But, yeah, this bicep right here, this too, I'm going to put a picture of how I used to look when I started my fitness journey. Now, please do not abuse intermittent fasting. Do not abuse it. Once again, promise me that you're not abuse it, because it gets to your head. You start thinking like, okay, I have an eating window. I can eat whatever I want. Wrong. That is wrong. You cannot eat whatever you want. It's whatever your diet is supposed to be. You can eat the same amount of calories, such as myself. You can eat 3,000 to whatever calories you want, Depends on your body, of course. You can put how many calories in a day, but you only use that time frame to time your food intake. Don't abuse it. Don't just say, okay, I'm going to eat cake and pasta and bread and everything, sugar. I'm going to eat those marshmallows with chocolate, yummy. No, it doesn't work like that. You're still going to gain weight even if you intermittent fast. It doesn't matter if you fast for 15 hours. If you eat in that 4 to 5 time frame of eating, if you eat more than you're supposed to for that day, you're gonna gain weight, bro, and you're gonna be confused. Yes, you're gonna be confused. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm doing everything right. I'm not eating for a time frame, for a long period of time, and I'm still gaining weight even though I'm eating between this amount of time, 4 to 5 hours. I don't get it. This shit sucks, and then you're gonna go back to your old habits. And then, start yojoing, You start thinking about, okay, you know what? I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna do the keto diet. Same thing. You don't eat carbs. It's just mainly protein and fat. You're gonna overeat on steak and fatty something. And same thing, you're not gonna lose weight. Maybe on low carb. You're gonna eat some carbs, you're gonna save it for later. Still overeat it. No matter what time. Still gonna gain fat. You do Weight Watchers, you do everything, you do the vegan diet. Well, interesting. I don't know about vegan, it's just plants. But that's not my expertise, because I'm not vegan. Fuck that shit. I'm not eating tofu and plants. Ew. Nah, sorry. Not this channel. Not vegan, no plants, no nothing. Vegan protein powder sucks, bro. It tastes like shit. Low-key tastes bad, bro. Like, you should fix it. You should honestly just put all the sucralose and all the ingredients from the actual protein and just label it vegan, because it tastes like shit. Or maybe that's what they do. And maybe it's just, in your head. Another topic. Another topic. Now, how would you implement intermittent fasting into your diet? That's a good question. If you're wondering, yes, it depends on the time frame. You could either your last meal could either be at 8, at 10 p.m. or 11. And for a long period of time while you sleep, while you wake up, you're going to eat your first meal, your breakfast. It could be at 10 p.m. It could be at 10 a.m. It could be in the morning, like 5 in the morning. And then not eat for a period of time, maybe 3 to 4 hours. Split your meals, eat at 12. It could be whatever. Or best thing ever, you could put your food and put it in little boxes, right? You know, your typical chicken and rice that diet, and you just have it for the next day. And then you on that box you're gonna put the time you're gonna eat it. You know, it is very disciplinary. I know, that's what I would do. Put on the little toppers, right? I will put the time that I will probably eat it. You know, that will probably help you mentally as well. Think about it. If it says eat at this hour, you're gonna eat it at that hour. If you're disciplined enough. If you're not disciplined, then yeah, you're probably gonna be hungry. You're not gonna care. You're probably just gonna eat it and whatever, right? Most people are gonna do that. Trust me, most people. Now, there is several time frames. You know, you can either do a 15-hour fast and then eat for the rest of the day, or you can do 12 hours. It depends. But the thing is here to not overeat. That's the whole thing about intermittent fasting. Do not overeat the amount of calories you're supposed to for that day. That's it, pretty much. You could calculate it in a week, right? Your weekly calories. You could do that. But this is just intermittent fasting, right? Some days you might be more hungry. Some days you might be not that hungry. Some days you might do some cardio. Some days you might not do as hard as cardio. It depends. It varies from person to person. Like today. Today is actually my rest day. Today is a Monday. It is a rest day for me. I'm not going to the gym. I might not even do cardio today. But one thing I'm going to try to track is my calories, because you might think you're burning the same amount of calories and you can eat the same. Incorrect. That is very incorrect. You're not burning as much calories if you eat 3,000 calories. So I might have to, you know, just lower it for today, you know. Just mainly prioritize my protein for today. For me. Because I'm not going to move a lot and I'm going to be busy. But that's it. That's how intermittent fasting really saved my life. And it did. For a long period of time, for 4 to 5 months. And then I'm like, screw it. No. Because during that time, while I was doing that, I was actually eating the 1,500 calories, you know. Pretty bad habit I made, you know. Some scarring in there. But, you know, it's all in your head, dude. It's all in your head. And so, is this the best diet for you? To be honest, no. It could not be. It might be if you try it and if you like it. And you put certain periods of time during the day. Then you eat the food and then you don't eat anything. You just drink water and you just wait for the next meal. But that is mental torture, you know. That is for very disciplined people. I've done it. It takes a lot of discipline to not think about food every other second. Especially if your diet is on 1,500 calories, you know. You don't want to do that. Unless you're prepping for a bodybuilding contest. Which I doubt that's all of you. Not even myself when I did it, you know. Without even knowing. But it does, you do feel like shit, bro. And if you're watching this and you're actually on a very low calorie diet, or you're just killing yourself doing cardio every day without little to known calories, then you should actually bump up the calories, go to the gym, start lifting some iron, get some muscle, because muscle is an active organ. You will lose more fat if you have more muscle. Muscle is an active tissue. It needs calories to survive. Or how else will it grow, you know? But that's going to be another topic for the muscle growth. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys stay for the journey. And if you like the video, please comment down below. Please like the video. I really do care what you guys think. What can I improve? What else do you guys want me to talk about? It will be fun to talk about more topics about weight loss, fat loss, gaining muscle. If you're skinny, what can you do other than eating a lot? Or if you're really, really fucking obese. You know, I was clinically titled to be obese. I was an obese kid. A lot of people that know me know that. They know I was fucking obese. But I never listened until something just clicked in my head. And then I was like, bam, I need to change. I can't be fat anymore. And if that's you, good. Watch all these videos, watch my YouTube channel, watch the TikTok, watch the Facebook, because I actually have a Facebook group for people like, not like-minded, but people that are on the same journey. And so I'm trying to build the biggest community for weight loss, fat loss, and pretty much fitness industry. And so if you like the video, please share it, please subscribe, please like the video, comment down below what other topics, and I'll be in contact with you guys. You guys have a good one.